the South came in 2023. Let them finish 2027. So that in 2031, there's no ambiguity for those of us that come from the North. Don't let us create anything that creates, when it comes to 2031, God sparing our life, giving us good health, we know that this 2031 is North. As opposed to anything that gives anybody an excuse to say, 2031, oh, even those on the North, we want to those from the South, we want to contest. That is the point I'm making. That in 2027, that's no. I am not going to contest. Doesn't at all. It just says for me strategically, we will not get the sympathy of those in the South. They're already 4 years, so another 4 years. Let them finish and go.
Don't you think 2031 is too far? Because agitation by many Nigerians that the APC is not delivering, right?
Yeah, but
will they be alive to see 2031 when the
fine, but you cannot equate 2027 just to APC. All I'm saying as an investor, there are other contenders that want to come out. There are other people have cleared this again that saying that they want to contest is not equal to meaning you endorse. But there are other people that will contest on the side. We will look at. I see the apprehension of a lot of, but don't let us get sentimental on this issue. The issue is, and say that I, as an individual, have looked at it and said, 2027, let us allow the South to let them finish. 2031, there's no ambiguity. Now, even in this 2027, there are people in the South too, who I know, also want to contest, likely will contest, and when the time comes, we will see where we will put our support. That is where we are, and you have to believe people like us, because people like us, if I don't want to do that and I want to do something else, I will stand and look at you like this and tell you this is what I'm doing, because I have shown consistently how many people have stood to do all the machinery of government. When I was Senate President, despite everything, I stood for what I believed in. Not many. So I'm not that kind of politician that will be doing something day, at night, I'll bend. If that's what I want to do, I'll tell them, I'll give you this is what I'm doing. And if I say I'm not doing it, take my word, I'm not doing it. The time will come that we'll sit down, we'll say what we are going. But we must put something before something. What is my priority now is my state, that people who they can contest. Where can they contest on? I don't want them to go to APC. They too don't want to go to APC. I don't want to go to ADC. The option is either, like some of us, stay and resolve this PDP, or considering we were considered at the time was maybe a smaller party. So we had option 1 and option B. Now that it looks that PDP is now possibly going to be the pathway through this convention, seeing if those boxes are ticked and it shows it's possible that you can contest election on PDP, we'll be there. But if, for example, as you say, something happens, and they say, there's no way you can contest on PDP and it's a finality, we will review. I don't know whether, so I want to make that clear. And secondly, make it clear again, my saying I'm not contesting, I contested in 2019, I contested in 2023. I can't be a serial, just be contesting and contesting. I didn't say that. I said that. So I'm saying that my own point. So at the same time, there will be some who say, well, at least let's respect this man. It means that he's not contesting all the time. I didn't contest in 2015. So it's not that every time I must contest. So 2015 I did not contest because I felt at that time parties were coming together under APC, that there must be somebody who is a mediator, because I knew there was going to be issues. That if I had to contest, who is going to go and talk to the ACN group? Who is going to go and talk to CPC? Who is going to talk to PDP? And I told all of them then, I'm not contesting. And it played a role. I could play a role. I remember at that time, I could go and talk to Atiku. I could go and talk to Kwankwaso. I could talk to late General Buhari to play that role. And I played that role because I was not contesting. I remember my meeting between myself, Goje, and Kwankwaso. When we appealed to him, I said, look, we are all the same age mate. Let us allow Buhari to take this thing this time. And he gave his own counter argument, which is fair. He said, but 3 of us were contemporaries. Shouldn't it be better? But the point I'm making was that one could play that role because I was not contesting. 2019, I contested 2020. And then I'm saying that in 2027, because let South, let them finish. Because this was a very contentious issue. Let them finish.